The incredible day cream. It's so good, they call it the 4D bounce moisturizer, and it's like getting that literal bounce back to your skin. Look at this before and after, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Look how her cheek is kind of falling in on itself. It looks a little droopy. This is the same black pine technology to visibly lift and visibly firm the look of your skin, and we took $22 off to celebrate 16 years
so good.
of Korres here at HSN. Yeah. Run, run, run while you can get yours. Tell me about the Bounce Firming Moisturizer.
Well, I want to also mention that before and after is actually from our clinical study. So we don't do special studies where we try to doctor up the models. We are using what we saw in the labs to show you what this can do. So, you know, Bounce is all about that black pine ingredient, but in a daytime texture. We talked about the sleeping facial being a little bit of a richer texture. You don't need that during the day. So in an instrumental test, we saw an improvement in skin firmness, but we also saw a visible reduction in lines and wrinkles and an improvement in skin lifting. Now, we talked about the lifting for the eye. This is lifting for the whole face, and this will happen, you know, pretty much the instant that you put it on. Like the eye serum, you're gonna start to feel it. Visibly lift and tighten the look of skin, plump the look of skin, which is important during the daytime when you lose a lot of moisture, improve the look of skin elasticity, and it also will hydrate your skin, which is something that I think we take for granted. A lot of the other day creams out there that have these actives won't actually hydrate your skin at the same time.
Oh my gosh, and again, this is just an incredible before and after.
Yeah.
I mean, it really, you could have told me those are two different people and I would have believed you.
Yeah,
but
look
it's
at
not.
Do you see right by her mouth? Sometimes we look at the lines and wrinkles. Look at how diminished that is. That's because we lifted up her cheek. So when you lift up, visibly lift up the appearance of that cheek, that starts to release those nasolabial folds, which, you know, is one of those areas we hear from women so much as the skin starts to kind of sag downwards. We want to really address those lines, and the best way to do it is to lift.
How is this only $34.95? I mean, you can't even get a pair of jeans for that. Really, I mean, and we're talking about something that will visibly lift and firm the look of your skin.
Yeah, it's so powerful in that black pine. I want you to see here on Linda, what's important is that her skin's not greasy and her skin's not, you know, it doesn't have this film on top of it. It is, look how it's glowing.
Wow.
But look in between her eyebrows.
She looks almost angry in the before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's a big difference.
Look in between her eyebrows.
The brows look further apart in the after to me.
That's the visible instant lift that you get. Look at the nasal labial folds. Look at the cheeks. Do you see how her cheeks are so juicy in the after?
It looks like it's almost like a soft candlelit glow that she has.
Because it's hydration. And you know, we don't use at Korres any of those silicones, mineral oils, phthalates. We don't use any of those fillers. We look to Mother Nature. So in addition to the black pine, remember this very, very powerful active. We also are including spilanthes acmella, which is a botanical that we hand harvest in Greece, and it is intense in terms of the firming. So you're really getting the creme de la creme of ingredients here. And I know you told this story at the beginning, but I always think of this as like, you ever wear your jeans throughout the day, and throughout the day you get like the pooling at the knees or like the sagginess at the bottom, right? And then when you put them back in the dryer again for a couple minutes, it's like, you know, everything just kind of like, you know, kind of comes back together, and all of a sudden your backside's a little bit more lifted and the jeans are where they're supposed to be. That's this for your face.
Oh my gosh, and it disappears. You're right, it is a different texture. This is your day cream. This is your everyday day cream. It's a bit lighter than the overnight sleeping facial. And honestly, I really want you to think about this. After one application, using it one time, 100% of people who used it once agreed, it makes my skin appear more radiant. 91% agreed there was an improvement in the look of the skin's elasticity. That's the bounce in 4D Bounce Moisturizer, right? That's how, like, with kids, you can pinch their cheek and it goes right back. And with me, you could pinch my cheek and it just stays. Right? You have the lines from your pillowcase in the morning and they take half the day to go away. We want that bounce back, that kind of like juicy, just plump.
And do you know what, the other thing, 4D is important because skincare used to be thought of in 3 dimensions, right? There was the length of the wrinkle, the depth of the wrinkle, and now there's the lift. That's the 4th dimension, is really pulling everything, putting it back in place. This is actually from our clinical study in 2 weeks. So we don't doctor anything up. We want to show you what we saw in the lab. We saw not only the diminishing appearance of those lines and wrinkles, we saw the texture improve, we saw the firmness improve, waterproof, but it's really that visible lift. If you're struggling with saggy, loss of elasticity, bring the bounce back and use bounce firming.
And think of it this way, if you like shopping math like I do, the first set we had with the black pine, which was the eye serum and the sleeping facial, you were paying for the eye serum, you were getting the overnight sleeping facial, you weren't paying anything for, right? You were saving, what is that, $57 you were saving. This is 22 bucks off. It's only $34.95. So you could buy that first set and buy this, and you still wouldn't be spending as much as you would have for just buying the two products. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you're getting this and you're still saving money somehow. You're still coming out on top.
Yep.
That's how I like to do shopping.
And I will tell you, we are in every major beauty retailer, the biggest of the big. We are a global
do a Google
brand.
search.
Yeah, I mean, and these products sell full price every other place. So this is a special moment.
And what I love too, the packaging, they're all glass jars. They're absolutely gorgeous. Everything stays nice and fresh.
Yeah.
This comes with the cover over the top as well. You don't need a ton because this is your daytime every day. But even though it's a lighter consistency, you don't, like, that's enough.
Oh, that's
honestly
plenty, more than enough for your whole face. You know, I want to just talk about black pine again because it's so special. It's so unique. We discovered this ingredient at Korres. We don't just go to the beauty Bible and use what everybody else has. We actually go into Mother Nature. So in the Pindus mountain range in the northern part of Greece, there are these majestic black pine trees. And what we saw is these pine trees are 3.5 million years old. They literally have outlasted the Ice Age.
Unbelievable.
Right? So how do they do that? That was the question that Lena Korres, who's a chemical engineer by nature, how does this happen? Within the bark of the tree is actually a protein that helps the tree stay resilient. And so we harvest that protein, and we actually only harvest it from timber that's already been cut down. So we don't do anything that's, you know, we're all about sustainability as a brand. And so that protein we put into these products for your skin to be resilient.
I mean, look what happens.
That's where, look in between her eyebrows.
She just put this on.
Look how it's released. I mean, it blows my mind every time I see it.
You're right. Look at the very, very top of the nose, right between the eyes. Look at the eyebrows. And also, I love your point. Look at the luminosity of her cheeks.
She looks like an angel.
It's not like a, it is. It's like a halo effect of light, though. It brings this brightness to your skin. It's like a candle-lit glow. This is an incredible opportunity to be able to get this on sale while we have it. Look at the before and after here. This is just the cheek area. And I like what you were saying. Look at the corner of her mouth and that vertical line. What do they call that? The
nasolabial fold.
Nasolabial folds. Wow.
And they start to, as we age, it all starts to come south, and those get more, the appearance of them becomes more pronounced. So what if we could just give you the bounce?
Mother Nature at its best.
Always.
I mean, these are trees that are in all climates. So that mountaintops, by the ocean, and the driest of dry, and they still not only survive, they thrive.
Thrive, yeah. They're resilient. And you can be too.
Okay, I have to update you on this set. This just debuted this morning at 1 a.m.